Yesterday was the first day of free agency for the 2025 offseason, and while there were no big splashes going on, there were some really key pickups for some pretty good teams. And some bad teams too. So this video, I'm not going to be grading. I'm just going to be going over specifically what happened. So right here, Jaren Jackson, I mean, re-signed. You had to give Jaren Jackson his bag. I mean, he's a DPOY. He's one of the core foundations of the Grizzlies squad. And they made some moves. They got rid of Desmond Bane. Now they got Ja, and you got Jaren Jackson, and Jalen Wells and Zach Edey played freaking phenomenal last year. I really like that pickup for him. Then the next one, Santi Aldama. I mean, 3-year 52. I thought he was going to walk, but go get your money in Memphis. Not terrible. I mean, he's cool. Then the first really big one kind of showed up. I was not expecting Dorian Finney-Smith to leave the Lakers, but he went and walked to the Rockets for 4 years, $53 million, which is pretty good for someone who I think probably will become. I think he might come off the bench. That's pretty good. The Rockets were one of the big teams in this offseason that got a lot of good pickups. EFS is one of these guys that can go lock it up. Now they got some really lengthy wings. Like, they got KD, I mean, EFS, they got Jabari Smith, they got Tari Eason, and Thompson. They got some really good defenders. And I think especially this pickup makes up for the lack of Dillon Brooks in the lineup. So maybe he starts, maybe they don't. We'll talk about that later with some of the other acquisitions. I love the chance put Bebop Paul Reed, aka Bebop Paul, is returning to the Pistons. Here's $11 million. That's cool. Grizzlies just re-signed everybody. Cam Spencer going back to the Grizzlies. 2-year, 4.5. He's cool. This was interesting for other Lakers fans that were looking to get a big man. Congrats, you get Jake LaRavia. I mean, he's a good, tall wing who can shoot. Don't connect to him or it's just going to be best friends, right? 2-year, $12 million is not a bad contract. I want to see who the Lakers go out and get center-wise. Yeah, I think that's a good pickup for him right now. Ray Jones signing a 3-year, $24 million. The return of the Bulls. The Bulls are going to have a really interesting kind of redevelopment. I don't want to call it a rebuild, but redevelopment. They got Kobe White. They got Giddey now. They traded Lonzo. So then I got Isaac Okoro, Matas, Noah Senge, Trey Jones, Patrick Williams still. So Bulls fans, let me know how you're feeling, bro. I mean, this is cool. This is not like a crazy signing, but it's... Now, this is one that a lot of NBA fans were talking about, including myself. D'Lo to the Mavs. 2 years, $13 million to the Mavs. They need a point guard. Kyrie's going to be out. People were like, oh, I think Kyrie can return at the end of the next season or at the end of this season. I don't think so. ACL is a pretty nasty one, especially at his age and a point guard. Hopefully he recovers fully and everything's great. But D'Lo can sit in your stead and hopefully do something. I mean, you got Flag, you got AD, you got a bunch of. I mean, everyone knows this Maverick squad is one of the contenders. I mean, one of the top 6 teams potentially in the Western Conference. And the first big trade that actually happened at all was the Denver Nuggets trading Michael Porter Jr. and a 2032 pick to the Nets, Cam Johnson. Now, let's talk about the pick first. I like the pick. 2032 is going to be the 18th year of Jokic's career. So that's a pretty good pick to get if you're Brooklyn. I don't know how far, 8-7 years away. It might be well post Jokic era or like at the very end of Jokic era where he's even there at all. Maybe that won't even be good. So I think getting Michael Porter Jr., which is whatever. I mean, they're not really competing. Cam Johnson to the Nuggets is an amazing pickup. They needed the depth. They needed a guy who's a little bit more, you get youth in this and kind of the same player. I think Cam Johnson is definitely better defensively, maybe a little bit smarter of a player, not as experienced as MJ, but you get the youth and you get especially the defense and maybe better shooting. I think it's just a clear upgrade overall, and that's why we see the Nuggets giving the pick in the. We knew this was coming. Ty Jerome, 3-year, $28 million deal with the Grizzlies. Great pickup for the Grizzlies. We're going to have to see if they move Scottie Pippen Jr. My pick is he goes to T-Wolves. But yeah, Ty Jerome to the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies are stacking some stuff up, re-signing all their guys. And they got Ty Jerome, who played really well for the Cavs this whole season and in the playoffs. Off 3-year, $28 million. That's like $9 million. We got KPJ re-signing with the Bucks, 2 years, $11 million. Not terrible for a guy who played for the Clippers and then got traded to the Bucks. Yeah, KPJ, especially with Dame down, they need a guy who could just walk in. Kind of like the D'Lo situation where, hey, our main guy's injured. Let's bring in another guy for a decent amount of money. Hopefully just run him. Nuggets fans rejoice, literally. Bruce Brown, 1 year with the Nuggets. I'm so excited for this. I love Bruce Brown. I always talk about, man, when the Nuggets actually had depth, they were scary good. And then they won, and then they dipped everyone off. And now they get him back. They lose MPJ with the get Cam Johnson and Bruce Brown. That's already a ton of depth. If they make maybe like one more pickup, because DeAndre Jordan's only getting older. You lose Westbrook. Deron Holmes, the rookie from 2024, is not injured anymore, hopefully, and can play backup for Jokic. So I think that's going to be a very, very good pickup. It's funny that they just get Bruce Brown back. It's like GP2, Warriors back or to Portland, back to the Warriors. So very interesting to see. I like Bruce Brown for this squad. They need a guy like him, and they're up there in the West, dude. If you have Jokic and a little bit of depth, you are one of the best teams in the West, undoubtedly. Speaking of the Warriors, they lose Kevon Looney. This was something that I was not seeing coming, especially the Pelicans. Pelicans, 2 years, $16 million, $8 million a year. They have Yves Missy, they have Derek Queen, they have Zion. They got big guys over there. I mean, everyone but the Lakers and the Celtics are going out and getting centers, literally. And those are the two teams that really need some. So I don't know what is going on with them, and maybe we'll talk about them on a day tour. This was a fun one. Luke Cornett to the Spurs backing up Wemby. I mean, we talk about twin towers. This is literally twin towers. These guys are crazy. 4-year, $41 million, getting the bag. I mean, very, very good pickup. I think the Spurs are trying to not go for the bigger fish like Lauri Markkanen and other guys like that can maybe speed up the process a little bit, because I think Wemby, ultimately, from what I know about his character, not knowing the guy, but he's probably like, hey, let's get D-Harp, we got Steph, Castle, we got Fox. Let's go get just a big who's solid, and let's develop our young guys. I think that's the plan right now. You don't have Popovich. He stepped down from being a coach, so you got a new one, and I think they're retooling the roster just a little bit. Maybe they make a trade here or there. This one was really interesting because he had played for the Rockets before and he's going back. I did not think that the Rockets needed a center. And maybe this is them saying, hey, we really like the double big lineup with Adams and Şengün. And maybe Şengün walked in and was like, yo, I want to be a 4. Like, you can kind of squeeze that out. We put like Fred at the 1, Amen at the 2, KD at the 3, Şengün at the 4. He plays like a 4. And then he got a defensive big at the 5, like a starting big man. Would be weird if they bring both him and Steven Adams off the bench, especially because Capella is still, I don't want to say he's in his prime, but he's definitely very serviceable, I think. So maybe they do that. Maybe they bring both of them off the bench, and I don't know what I'm talking about. The Rockets made some very, very good moves this offseason. KD, DFS, and Clint Capella. Woo! Wow. Karis LeVert leaves the Hawks to go to the Pistons on a 2-year, $29 million deal, which is really, really almost $1 a year. Go join Pistons, who I think with the East open right now, everyone says the East is open, but there's teams like the Magic who are going to really like buck up. The Hawks are looking, talk about them in a sec. And the Pistons, getting a guy like Karis LeVert who can kind of defend on the end, maybe with the ball. I know they got a lot of young guys who like to do that as well, but they got Jaden Ivey maybe coming back from an injury. Cade is just, so this is an interesting pickup. I think I like it for the Pistons. And yeah, baby, Clippers signed Brook Lopez to a 2-year, $18 million deal. We'll talk about the Clippers and their window in a second here. I really, really like this. He's 38, I believe, 37, 38, 39, one of them. And he's just got to come off the bench. He averaged like 30 minutes a game last season. He's not going to be backing up. Maybe you play him and Zoo together because he can spread the floor. But even without the Zoo minutes, him and Harden, really, really fun. And if we go get Chris Paul, we got him and... It'll be fun. It'll be fun. Now, the Clippers have a lot of their team on a 2-year deal. Kawhi has 2 years left in his deal. They re-signed James Harden a 2-year, $80 million deal, right? Batum, 2-year, $14 million deal. Lou has like 4 years. And then Brook to a 2-year deal. So obviously we can 100% see that the Clippers window is 2 years. So you got to go out and get a guy like this. He's an NBA champion, a really, really, really solid big man. I think it's good for us that we got him instead of like the Lakers or the Celtics or guys who wanted a big, right? I think this is a very, 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 very good backup option. Speaking of the Celtics getting a center, they went and got Luka Garza. I mean, I like Luka. He's very, very good, but maybe he'll get some playing time in Boston because they literally have no centers, especially if Horford walks. So I'd like to see him maybe put up some numbers. Help the Celtics squad who's kind of going through a lot of it right now. This is one of the bigger ones in the offseason so far. Nickeil Alexander-Walker going to the Hawks on 4 years, outplayed his contract easily in Minnesota. I mean, amazing defender, especially point of attack, perimeter, switch. He's quick. I mean, he's just amazing. So this Hawks team, I'll give in another video, we're going to talk about defenses and my predictions and stuff like that, but I think they're going to be a top 5 defense in the NBA. And that's with Trae Young. I mean, you can say that, oh, they got Trae Young, so how high can they be? Other. Steph Curry has been on multiple top 5 defenses, and I think number 1 defense in his career. So you can hide a guy who's not the greatest on offense if you got everyone else just wrecked out of the mind on defense. So I really, really like this pickup on the Hawks' part. One's kind of unsurprising. Tyus Jones, 1 year, $7 million to Orlando. They need a point guard. Now, are they going to start him? Not. Move off Cole Anthony. They still have Anthony Black. I really, really like Jalen Suggs. The whole lineup with Suggs, Paolo, Wagner, Bane. Now they got Bane and Wendell Carter Jr. / maybe center. I think that's going to be the starting lineup just because Suggs is really good. I can't see them benching Suggs for this guy. If they do, then Suggs might be a 6. But yeah, I think this is a very, very good option off the bench. This is interesting. Nigel Hayes-Davis, the 25-year league champion, signs with a 1-year contract for the Phoenix Suns. This reminds me of when my Clippers signed Milos Teodosic, who was like a 30-year-old rookie from the EuroLeague, like MVP. He was crazy, and he was just a good point guard. Came over and maybe played 1 or 2 seasons. It was a fun time though. This kind of sounds like that, where it's like, hey, let's go. He'd played. I think he had played in the NBA before. Yes, he returns to the States in the NBA. So he'd played in the NBA before, but I think he's getting a second stint now. So hopefully he plays well. If he starting point guard, I don't know what the Suns are doing yet. I think they have some good pieces, but they have a lot of unanswered questions. So I think it's a fine pickup. And I don't know how I missed this one. I did not see Luke Kennard going 1 year, $11 million with the Hawks. Once again, the Hawks, they are going to be a really, really, really good team. They've done a phenomenal job at moving pieces last season and getting pieces this year. They got Porzingis. They moved Capella to get Porzingis basically, or to give him some more, give Okongwu some more minutes. You got Dyson Daniels. You got Trae Young still. Zach Reichardt. You got Luke Kennard. Bill Alexander Walker. You move Karis LeVert. I mean, they've just done a whole revamp, and I think they're going to be really, really. Plum Dog going back to Charlotte. Taurean Prince returns to the Bucks. Now, I thought that everyone in the Bucks was just going to freaking dip out. 2 years, $7.1 million. Maybe Giannis stay. It's not going to stay because Taurean or Giannis. I would leave because Brook Lopez is out of here. So that's what I think. But yeah, I feel bad for this Bucks team. I don't know what they're going to do. If they lose Giannis, they will be bottom of the East. Hasn't happened yet. Jordan Clarkson is expecting to sign with the Knicks. They need a guy like this off the bench. Even though they have Deuce McBride, who kind of does this off the bench. But, I mean, I would have liked to see maybe someone else. If they could have, like, they don't have a ton of money, but I don't know. I actually, it might have been the best option for him. I don't really know. Knicks fans, let me know how you're feeling, bro. Jordan Clarkson, that's cool. Gary Trent Jr., 2 years, $7.5 million for the Bucks. Re-signing, staying there. They're trying to keep their guys and getting paid. Cool. Hopefully, I can't really say anything about the Bucks right now because if Giannis stays or leaves is night and day. And this didn't happen yesterday. This happened just barely. But Shea signed for a 4-year, $285 million Supermax contract. I mean, he deserves it, bro. He's an amazing player. The MVP. I mean, scoring champion, Finals MVP. They're gonna be running through the West for a couple of years. The rest of the decade for sure. So free agency is super fun first day. Hopefully, we're gonna see a bunch of different moves going on in the future. If you haven't seen these videos on screen, I launched a new channel right here, and here's the link to my channel if you want to subscribe. Log off for the day, bro.